Alright, hello, welcome back to another video on this channel. Um, Welcome to R10 Learning 10. If this is the first time you're watching a video in this series, a little bit of context. I've turned 23 today on the 15th of April. Every year, whatever number I turn, I do something around it. So 23, I'm going to be uploading 23 videos on my birthday. So every hour, a video is going to go out, and it's about the 23 learnings that I've gotten while being in Australia with the move abroad, being an international student, and now a working professional. What are the learnings that I've gotten? Because everybody talks about your finance, jobs, PR, and stuff, but nobody talks about the actual mindset shifts, failures, learnings that are needed to make it. R10 Learning 10 is all about planning your future and how it is in your hands and nobody else's. One thing that happened to me and to a lot of my friends is that when you come to a new country, you get this new sense of freedom, you get this new sense of independence. A lot of things that maybe weren't allowed back home when you were living with your parents, but are now quote unquote allowed because you don't need anybody's permission. Be that anywhere from dating, drinking, going out, making certain financial decisions, eating, making decisions around what you want to eat. So yeah, in different aspects of life, you get a lot of freedom and a lot of independence, and that is where I feel a lot of people go towards or are attracted to the people that they want to be like. So, like for example, if I want to be the best cricketer ever, I would rather hang out with professional athletes and cricketers who put in the work, wake up at 5 a.m., train for a couple of hours every morning, every evening, and then go from there. Similarly, if someone is wanting to drink, party, smoke up, they would associate themselves with people who do the same because you'd rather hang out with people who have the same opinion and the same wants and needs as you do. That is when a question pops into your head. Planning your future is equally as important uh, to enjoying yourself, enjoying that newfound freedom, enjoying that newfound independence, and how it is only in your hands and nobody else's. I've also seen a lot of people get swayed, get influenced by people into doing things that they didn't want to, but just out of peer pressure, just out of wanting to try that thing because they weren't allowed to uh, do that when they were back at home, is what sort of ruins their whole um, student life and their international student journey, migrant journey altogether, and probably delays everything by a year, 2 year. Let me tell you this one thing: your student life is the most important thing, are the most important 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever the course of your whatever the course of your degree, is the most important time that you have to put in, both to grow professionally and personally. Now, I'm not saying don't party, don't smoke up, don't drink, do whatever you want to, but you got to put your time in, you got to pay your dues, you got to put in that work, and that then do all of this. Now again, you might be from a facet of life where you literally don't care. You don't care if you get a full-time job, you don't care what happens, your intention is to go back to your home country, so you're just here to enjoy, which is fair, to each their own. But this video is for those people who are underconfident, are shy, are introverted. Probably Australia is their first country that they're traveling to, or US, UK, wherever you're going, is the first country that they're traveling to, and all of a sudden, it's not a vacation. You have to settle there, you have to study there, you have to find a job there, you have to work there. Surrounding yourself with people that will ultimately be good for you is the most important thing you can do. Trust me. That is when this learning comes into play, where planning your future is in your hands and nobody else's. Everybody will have different priorities, everybody will have different ways of doing things, but what is your way? What are your priorities? What are your goals? you need to think about all of that. You need to answer that. You need to source what your why is. Why do you moved altogether? And then come up with a plan. It's not hard coming up with a plan, because we're not making a 10-year plan where we're like, okay, we want the PR, we want a house. Make a daily plan, make a weekly plan. By the end of this week, I want to apply for 100 jobs. By the end of this week, I want to, do my grocery shopping and meal prep for the next week. By this week, I want to connect with 20 people on LinkedIn. It's not that hard, mate. Um, Once you start making and achieving those weekly goals, then it goes on to monthly goals, then it goes on to yearly goals. And slowly and steadily, you start achieving those goals, and you start getting that positive spirit in you. You start feeling successful, and you start feeling that, okay, I can actually do this. I can actually make something of myself in this country. You know, your weekly goals are, let's say, connecting with 20 people, applying for 100 jobs, um, applying for an ambassador role in your university. Do that. Drink on the weekends. Get pissed drunk. Smoke up. Go clubbing. Do whatever you want. But what I'm trying to say is, pay your dues. Get that hard work in, irrespective of who you're hanging out with or what you're doing. And also know who's good for you and who's bad for you. 100% have friends who drink every day, drink every other day, smoke up, if you feel good around them. But also have friends who are driven, who wake up at 5 a.m., who go for a run every day, who go to the gym every day, who are maybe doing certification on the side. So have a diverse bunch of people around you, because only then you will be able to know who you gel with more, who you want to hang out with more. Because see, people will keep entering and exiting your life, but all you have is yourself, your mindset, your why, your goals. um, that is which, because of which this video is our 10 learning 10 around planning your future is only and only in your hands and nobody else's. Think about your priorities, think about your future, think about the tasks that you're wanting to put in daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Get those done and do whatever you want, but get those done. I hope this video added value. I feel it was a really good video from my perspective. But if you have any questions, put down in the link comments below. These videos are not going to be edited at all. So I'll see you in the next one.